To remember me. Give my sight to the man who has never seen a sunrise, a baby's face, or love in the eyes of a woman. Give my heart to a person whose heart has caused nothing but endless days of pain. Take my bones, every muscle, every fiber and nerve in my body, and find a way to make a crippled child walk. Take my cells if necessary, and let them grow so that someday a speechless boy will shout at the crack of a bat, and a deaf girl will hear the sound of rain against her window. This is a poem by Robert Test, conveying the beauty and importance of organ donation. The Cleveland Clinic website states that organ transplantation is one of the greatest advances in modern medicine. Transplantation is necessary because the recipient's organ has failed or been damaged by disease, injury, or birth defect. Unfortunately, the need for organ donors is much greater than the number of people who actually donate. Cleveland Clinic website also estimates that every day in the United States, approximately 17 people die waiting for an organ, and more than 80,000 men, women, and children still await life-saving transplants. Additionally, every 10 minutes, another person is added to that waiting list. The Mayo Clinic site expresses that because blood matching type is necessary for transplants, the need for minority donors is especially high. If you belong to an ethnic minority such as African Americans, Asians, Pacific Islanders, Native Americans, or Hispanics, they strongly urge you to become a donor. These minorities are more likely than Caucasians to have certain chronic conditions that affect the kidney, heart, lung, pancreas, and liver. Certain blood types are also more prevalent in ethnic minority populations. So what is organ donation and how does it work? The Cleveland Clinic website defines organ donation as the process of surgically removing one organ or tissue from one person, the donor, and placing it into another person, the recipient. But how can we help? According to Medline Plus, the organs donated from one person can help save or help up to 50 people. Organdonor.gov lists the kidney, liver, pancreas, heart, lung, intestine, cornea, middle ear, skin, bone, bone marrow, heart valves, and connective tissue as some of the organs that can be donated. So who can donate? DonateLife.org says that anyone can register to be an organ donor regardless of age, race, or even medical history. Your ability to donate is determined at the time of your death. Even if some of your organs are not usable, others may be, such as skin, tendons, and bones. Some people are afraid to become donors because there are certain fears or myths attached to being an organ donor. One is that if your card says that you are an organ donor, that the hospital won't try as hard to save you. This is not true. When you go to the hospital for treatment, doctors are focused on saving your life, not someone else's. You will be seen by a doctor whose specialty most closely matches your particular emergency. The doctor in charge of your care is not a transplant doctor. Some people worry that it is against their religion. Organ donation is actually consistent with the beliefs of most religions, including Catholicism, Protestantism, Islam, and most branches of Judaism. If you're still unsure or uncomfortable with your faith's position Ask a member of your clergy, or you can check the federal website, organdonor.gov, which provides religious views on organ donation and transplant by denomination. Some people fear that they won't be able to have an open casket funeral. This is also not true. The donor's body is clothed for burial, so there are no visible signs of organ or tissue donation. For bone donation, a rod is inserted where the bone is removed from. Skin donation, a very thin layer of skin is taken from the donor's back. Because the donor is clothed and lying on his or her back in the casket, no one can see any difference. Some people worry that they are too old and that their organs won't be useful. But that too is untrue. Organs have been successfully transplanted from donors in their 70s and 80s. The decision to use your organs is based on strict medical criteria, not age. Don't disqualify yourself prematurely. Let the doctors decide at the time of your death whether your organs and tissue are suitable for transplant. Another fear is, what if I'm not really dead? People who have agreed to become an organ donor are given more tests to determine that they are truly dead, more so than those who are not organ donors. So if you want to be a donor, but are still skeptical about these myths and their truths, tell your family about your wishes. They can then make them known at the time of your death. But if you aren't afraid to donate, here are some other ways to become a donor right now. To become an organ donor in New York State, you can either register at your local DMV or go to www.donatelifeny.org. Here you can choose your best option for you. You can register by mail or online. The best part is that you don't have to wait until you're dead to save a life. To make a difference right now, you can donate a kidney, a piece of your liver, and bone marrow at any time. There are even ways to donate skin and tissue while living. To register to become a living donor, please visit the following websites. To donate bone marrow, go to www.marrow.org. To donate a kidney, go to www.kidneyregistry.org. And to donate liver and any other organs, visit www.americantransplantfoundation.org. Now that you have the facts, you can see that being an organ donor can make a big difference, and not just to one person. By donating your organs after you die, you will save or improve as many as 50 lives. And many families say that knowing that their loved one helped save another person's life helps them to cope with their loss. Also, they know that somewhere you are actually living on. Donate now.